Hey guys, my name is Aijalonwallace. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos about entrepreneurship, traveling, and sometimes IT. And today we're going to talk about if tech recruiters need to know tech. Simple, let's just get straight into it. We're going to jump straight into it. If you guys don't know my story, of course, I'm a full-time Nomad recruiter as well, and I offer a course teaching people how to start a recruitment company and staff an agency. If you would like to work for yourself and travel the world, I do have links below. But jumping straight into, do you really need to know tech as a tech recruiter? And the answer to that question is no. You do not need to know tech. You don't need to be a developer or a software engineer to be a technical recruiter. Our job is mostly to qualify the candidates, and we usually let the hiring managers ask the more advanced questions, okay? When I did become a tech recruiter, my manager, when I first worked for an agency, he did give me the basic fundamentals and things to learn. So things like the difference between a front end and a back end engineer, a full stack developer, understanding what mobile developers are, and understanding languages, most likely. And the great thing is, when you understand which developers use which languages, it pretty much becomes basic and simple and pretty much easy for the most part. You're honestly just looking for keywords and skills and resumes, and you're making sure you're asking the right questions. Often, one of the questions that I ask my hiring managers when I am taking a spec for a job, I often ask them, what questions should I ask these candidates, to qualify them, to help me save time before they come to you? What do you think I should ask them? Some may say, hey, ask them what's the difference between JavaScript or Java. If they say they're both the same, they're most likely not the candidates that I'm looking for. So it can be a lot of ways to go about it, depending on, what the qualifying questions are. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple for the most part. The great thing as well about recruitment, I was always taught by my managers just to always be curious. So when you do start, as a technical recruiter, some of the things I used to do is just used to have long conversation with candidates like, hey, tell me, what do you do for a living? Tell me, what projects are you working on? So what does this language actually does? How is it going to help the project? Okay, wow, just be curious. Hey, I saw this new language, I saw something React Native. What is that? Your curiosity will help you pick up on things really much faster. And it's going to prepare you the more and more you talk to people. So you want to make sure you're asking the right questions as well. You can go to YouTube. You can Google, the fundamentals of a software engineer or common or basic languages. Or if you're going to specialize in a niche, it's probably going to be much easier. If you're just solely doing Python and you're just working with software engineers with Python skills, or, it may be like machine learning or AI or data scientists, those, it starts to click and it just starts to, be way much easier. There are a few applications you can use as well that also helps you from time to time. But for the most part, we are used to qualify candidates, and sometimes it's not all technical. I mean, we're looking at good tenure, we're looking at, consistency, we're looking at, a diversity in projects. We're also looking at, we're looking for someone who's unique sometimes as well. It depends on what the hiring manager is looking for and what they may ask for. Often, sometimes with some of the tech roles that I get, some of my hiring managers may say, hey, I'm looking for somebody with a strong C++ background, but I want someone who is a leader, someone who likes to learn outside of work, someone who's really passionate, so sometimes it's not just me looking for solely just the languages, but I'm looking for a personality. I'm looking for a culture fit, which is really important. So often I may come across candidates who may run their own meetup groups, so they have a big following in their city. They're very active in hosting groups. They're great communicators. They're someone that when you pull them into a company, they're instantly seen as a leader. So someone that can easily progress. And it's great working with candidates like that because, when that candidate moves up to a higher managing position, they're not going to forget you as their tech recruiter. They're going to look out for you and call you first when they have brand new jobs, which is going to be more money, more coins for you as a tech recruiter. So no, you do not need to know tech. I would advise you to educate yourself on the fundamentals, most importantly. But like I said, 90% of the time, if I could be honest, most of my clients are looking for personality. They're looking for a certain type of person. And that's the hard part to find. The tech and the skills is not hard. I'm using LinkedIn Recruiter. I'm using Indeed. I'm using Monster. I'm using a lot of different sourcing platforms to find these developers. But I can't find personality. I can't. I can't make everyone take a personality test and find them. So it's really important that you're making sure you're choosing the right person who is a great culture fit. And being a great culture fit is really important. In so many ways, because as recruiters, we offer a guarantee period. So when you are placing a candidate into a job, do understand, you want to make sure you get someone that's going to last and stay long, because you don't want to be in a situation where you have to pay back the client fee or you have to do another replacement. So it's really important that you're making sure you're finding someone that's a great culture fit, so you don't have to worry about them quitting or them being a job hopper. Most importantly, it's just really good. But I would advise you, if you're watching this video, to pick a niche, pick a specialty. Don't try to do every IT role, because there's so many. You have, like I said, once again, you have front end, back end, full stack, mobile developers, iOS, Android, React Native. You got data engineers, BI developers, data scientists, machine learning, computer vision. You got, should I keep going? C#, .NET. So there's so many jobs that you can specialize in, and it's not a good rule of thumb to be an overall IT specialist. And if you haven't been taught recruiting, as I said, I do have a course that teaches you how to start your own company, but you want to specialize in a niche. So the reason you want to specialize in a niche is because it makes your life easier to have if you're working on a C++ role, for example, if you're working on 5 jobs or you're bringing on new clients and you're looking for C++ developers, you already have a pool of candidates that you could pull from, versus going out into the market and trying to find so many different niches, so many different personalities. Do remember, it's easy to find the languages. It's easy to find the skills, but personality and culture is more important. And that's what you have to understand. I really try to break down recruiting in these videos, because I think so many of my competitors out there, they talk a lot about, finding clients, but mastering the art of candidates is way more important than finding clients. Finding clients is easy. Anybody can find a client. But understanding and picking the right candidates and asking the right questions saves you so much time, so much money, because this industry is all about time. It's all about being curious, and you never want to assume. Assume makes an ass out of you and me. I always repeat this in my videos as well. So, like I said, make sure you specialize in a niche, because you want to have a pool of candidates available when clients do reach out to you for roles, okay? Now, sometimes, depending on the situation, you will get a job or two that may be outside of the realm. But I don't want you working on 5 different IT jobs, because it's only going to spread yourself too thin. It is a lot of work just finding one candidate sometimes, because sometimes you have to talk to 10 candidates on the phone just to get one, maybe 20 or 30 just to get one. And you may have 3 jobs. So imagine you talking to 30 candidates to only find a good 1 or 2, and then you need to go back and talk to another 60 or 70 to try to find the good ones, in your field. Tech recruiting is a very, lucrative industry as well. So it can be competitive, because sometimes it becomes a bidding war. It's a candidate's market, and so many IT people are in demand these days. If you are looking to get into tech recruitment, some of the things that I would recommend is probably cybersecurity, blockchain, AI, machine learning, computer vision, kind of where the world is leading to. Like it's a big demand, and it's a demand within niches. I know a lot of people watching my videos. If you are a tech recruiter, you're going to work for an agency. Okay, like you may have some people who may already be specializing in machine learning, or AI or computer vision, and they could be doing it in the commercial section. But maybe you can focus on the government section, or other areas within a niche, or within a space, for your company as well. So do think outside the box. Do make sure. Sorry, you do be creative, but you do not need to know tech. It's pretty easy to learn. You learn it on YouTube, you learn it on Google. You're gonna get a little training, but I'd say after a week or two, you should be good to go. Just pick one niche and don't spread yourself too thin. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, let me know, comment below, show me that you guys love these videos, because I can't keep making them if you don't like them. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.